How's it going, everyone? I'm Sir James, coming at you guys with another lightsaber video. This time I'm going to be reviewing the ScrapFlex Origin, which is an exclusive on Vaders Sabers. So thanks Vaders Sabers for making this review possible. But before we hop into this review, just want to kind of give you guys just a quick little kind of update. It's been a solid minute since I last seen any of you, especially throughout the month of November. Not one video upload. So just really quick out of the way, just a quickest recap I could possibly get. First off, no health issues. Second of all, I am no longer a day porter, which was what I was doing as a full-time job. After 16 and a half years, while I'm still working at the same property, I am now a building assistant engineer, which all that means is benefits and double the pay, which is great, just in time for the upcoming stuff for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge premiering this coming April. So I'm going to need that extra income so I can pick up some stuff and review for you guys. Other than that, my board game collection has grown in a positive way. And that's it. That's the recap. Now on to the review. As I mentioned, this is the ScrapFlex. Now a ScrapFlex, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong on this one, is basically a lightsaber that's inspired by other sabers. So it's kind of a, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a hodgepodge, a mixture of different saber combinations into one, which is cool. It's a little fun idea. I've seen different variations of the ScrapFlex design in the saber community, and I think each one looks really, really cool. To kind of give you the more proper, accurate information, just so that way I'm not misleading on information, this particular hilt draws inspiration from 4 legendary sabers. You have Anakin's Betrayal Flex. That's just what they're calling it, obviously for copyright reasons and whatnot. We got Obi-Wan's Brass Neck and Pommel, Starkiller's SK2 Control Box, and Master Soul's Segmented Graphite Black Grip, which you're not really going to see the black grip because I have a leather grip on this one. And there you pretty much go. And of course, the brass here is real brass, but let me give you guys a closer look of the hilt. So starting off with the emitter section. Hopefully the light's not too bad. I kind of moved the light so it reduces the glare off my glasses. If it's not, then let me know and I could change that in the next upload. There's the control box. This is a 2-button setup, so you got one on top, one on the bottom. Now, as mentioned, it does have a black grip underneath, but as you can see, I have a leather wrap on mine. Now, I do want to note, I did the leather wrap myself. I am not good at doing leather wrapping. I am not an expert, as you can see, but you do have the option to not have the leather, or you could have different colors. As you can see, I went for the brown one just because I thought the leather wrap looks a lot better on the hilt. As you can see, not the best job, but you know, I could only do so much. And of course, over here on the pommel section, you do have a D-ring, so you can clip it onto a belt with ease. Pretty neat, and a pretty comfortable hilt nonetheless. Very good. The control box is not in the way. Basically all the nice things that you would want as far as a lightsaber goes. Let me go ahead and kind of show you the top. You'll probably notice that you do have a little bit of a heat treatment on the top here where the emitter location is. Now, as far as Vader Sabers go, for those of you who don't know, is that you typically do have a few options before making your purchase. Now, mine here is a Profi installed clean. Now, what clean means is basically there's no weathering option added to it, but if you wanted to, you could have your lightsaber weathered. I have yet to see what this one looks like as a weathered saber, but hopefully maybe in the future I can get it weathered or something like that. That would be pretty cool, because I think a weathered look for a ScrapFlex would probably be a little bit more of a top notch, but you know, to each their own. You can also select the length of what kind of lightsaber blade you want, or no blade if you have a collection of blades like I do. And of course, you also have a few install options as well. To get access to the internals, you're just going to go ahead and unscrew this bottom section here. place this off to the side and go ahead and slide your chassis out. Here's what the chassis is going to look like. On the other side here, you do have your removable battery. You do have a kill switch, which kill switches are great to have on a lightsaber. You also got your USB-C charging port here. And of course you have your Profi board, which you do need to lift it up if you wish to install your little cable. Because for those of you who know how Profi sabers work, you know it's a little bit more of a pain when it comes to adding saber fonts. But, you know, sometimes the work is worth the extra effort. And then there's your pin connections on top. Just go ahead and kind of look on the inside, see how the pins line up. Put the two pieces back on. And then go ahead and add everything back. I might have didn't do it right. Oh, there you go. So it's only going to go in one particular way. And once you do that, just go ahead and double check. Make sure you're good. Alright, so let me go ahead and add a blade. I know sometimes you guys don't like it when I talk too much, but it's perfectly fine. I mean, after all, it is called a review, not... Here, let me just quickly show you a bright blade, and that's it, right? Alright, now as far as the blade goes, it is going to be using the 1-inch blade. And you do have a total of 3 areas in which you're going to be using the hex tool. Those locations are going to be right here in the center. You have one on the left and also one on the right. So those are going to be your 3 areas where you can go ahead and secure the blade even further by tightening those retention screws. And once you do, you can go ahead and activate. So let's go ahead and turn off this light here. Now when the saber is on, there's a little bit of an extra light up effect on the control box, as you can see right there. Just like that. Anakin. My saber handling skills are a bit rusty. Now, these saber fonts are going to be a little bit more familiar to you, and these are all pre-included, meaning that I did not add anything to this. So if you're familiar with the font package that you typically get with a TXQ Saber, you're pretty much going to have the same similar package on here as well. Of course, by default, you are going to have your twist on and twist off, which is basically instead of pressing the button, you go ahead and do it like a true, Jedi, just flick of the wrist. And then flick of the wrist again, or you can just simply press the button and press it again. So you have all kinds of fun with that. No swing on. Usually swing on just means that when you're swinging the saber, it will turn on instead of pressing the button or twisting. But yeah, that is not there. But if you know how to program a Profi Saber, that's something that you could add as a future little add-on if you wish to kind of learn that aspect of it. Don't expect me to teach you how to install, basically add saber fonts to a Profi Hilt. It's too complicated to explain, and I still have difficulty with it myself after all of these years. Speaker-wise, it is nice, loud, and crisp. Default out of the box, I didn't change. With Profi, there's like a setting you can do to kind of adjust the volume with the control box settings. A little bit of a hassle to do on camera, but again, if it's too loud or too low, you could always adjust it. But speaker, nice, loud, and crisp. Kenobi. Just the volume alone on that one, I could feel the impact in Maul's voice there. I was about to say Darth Maul, but at that point he refers to himself as Maul. And what's great, because you have all this combination between Obi-Wan, Starkiller, Master Soul, and Anakin, you know, you have, you know, color options. So red would easily work out, you know, for Starkiller, or obviously blue as well.
I can see him in my mind's eye.
But then again, if it's referring to the SK2, that would be blue then for the Force Unleashed 2. And then Master Soul was also blue, if I remember correctly. It's obviously I haven't watched that show ever since it aired, just only certain clips. But yeah, at that point, yeah, everyone would be blue. So I guess that all works too.
Remember, a Jedi can feel the Force flowing through him.
Of course, gotta have classic Obi-Wan, so he's on there. Oh. Now, usually what that means is it's not a fault with the speaker. It just probably means that my Saber is in need of recharging, which I'm certain I recharged it, but maybe I just didn't do it long enough. But usually if you're playing with your lightsaber and you kind of hear like the speaker start to crack a bit or something like that, it's usually an indication that your battery is getting low. Sometimes your saber might not just turn on, or in the middle of swinging it will just automatically turn off, and sometimes you might get a notification on the hilt saying like low battery or something.
Tell me, is this training?
My training? No. Always training. The universe is a dark path we walk.
I know. There's no other way out. The Emperor. I have to stop it.
Now, if there's any quotes, assuming that there is a quote on the saber font that you're using, you're just going to hold the top button and let go.
You know nothing of the Jedi. You're not bad with a lightsaber.
Adequate. I am. No joy in this victory. We shall find.
Too many killed on both sides.
So, just like that. I know this one's got quotes. Nope, that's music. Okay, so if it's not quotes, it might have music. Again, you're just holding the top. But I believe the other option is if you hold down the button, or hold down the button and twist.
Once more, the Sith will rule the galaxy.
Just like that. And let's see if there's enough juice to at least do my favorite one. This one's my favorite. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Now that was pod racing. I never get tired of that one. That one's just a lot of fun to use. But yeah, what do you think of the ScrapFlex origin from Vaders Sabers? Like I said, the idea of a ScrapFlex lightsaber in general, whether it's this combination or other combinations, is really cool. And like I said, if you ever have any free time or you're just on Google, just search up ScrapFlex from the Saber community and look at all the different variations. There's just a lot of really cool designs in general, and I think it's a neat idea. But what do you think of this one in particular? Let me know in the comment section down below. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video upload, and don't worry, I'm not going to disappear again for like a month or two, alright? I have another one set aside, and then I know Vaders Sabers also has a couple more as well, which we'll be taking a look at. Until then, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and always remember, may the Force be with you.